or should I say Donna and Theo here. So I have my little crafty buddy beside me once again. So hello and welcome. I know I am an hour early this morning, but as I said, I will be live around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. each afternoon. So of course, this afternoon I have to be somewhere tonight. So it's an earlier session for this afternoon. So hopefully you will all get the notification that I've gone live and jump on and watch another fun crafty session. So this is part 6 of my 12 days of crafting. So I'm halfway through. I'm getting there. Hey, Miss Wari, I'm halfway through. So I'm getting there. Part 6 of a 12 days of Christmas series that I've been doing. And you know what? I should do this more often when we have a brand new catalog and we have the holiday projects. I should do this more often because I am thoroughly enjoying jumping on and creating with these brand new products. Now, sadly, I was hoping that another one of my orders would have been here today because I had some pretty awesome stuff that's coming in another order that I'm waiting on, which, believe it or not, it came to Queensland on Friday. We had a public holiday yesterday. I assumed it would have been out here today, and I haven't got it. So I had so many things planned with what I was actually going to do with what was going to arrive in that order. So I had to quickly switch up things and change plans for this afternoon. But it's okay. I've got you covered. I've got some really gorgeous projects that we're going to be creating this afternoon using the Joy of Noel bundle. So if you have a brand new catalog, you will see that this is the other half of the suite from the Christmas Classics suite. Yes, hello, Donna and Theo. He's here crafting again. I don't know how much crafting he's doing. He's a little bit lazy. Like seriously, Theo, you're a little bit lazy. Yeah, you are. So Thea has decided to join us again as well. So oh, okay. So Leslie, you just got yours. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, normally he comes here. He wouldn't be, I can't imagine he'd be coming this late, but you never know. I might get a knock on the door while we're live today. So I have decided that I'm going to play with the Joy of Noel suite today. And I've got some out of the box type of things that I'm going to do with this Joy of Noel suite, because the Christmas Classic suite and the Joy of Noel suite is very classic of the Christmas theme. So the reds, the greens, the leaves, the holly, the berries. It's very much a traditional suite. Okay. So I'm thinking outside the box, and I'm going to change up a little bit of my color scheme and things with this suite this afternoon. So hopefully you're going to enjoy what I do. I know there's a lot of you out there that love the traditional things and want to stick to that traditional theme. And I understand that, but sometimes it's nice to think outside the box and do something a little bit different. So he's like Paddington and Tegan, they don't do much crafting. I know, they're lazy things. You know, they take up space in the house. They cost you money to feed them. And what do? They lay around and sleep. They don't actually contribute. I keep telling him he's got to learn to get his bowl and bring his bowl to me so that I can feed him, because I physically have to go out to the garage all the time, pick up his bowl, bring it back in, put the food in it, go back out to the garage, put it back down on the ground. And I keep telling him, bring me your bowl and I will feed you. But he hasn't quite got the gist of it yet. He hasn't even tried, to tell you the truth. So he's a little bit lazy today. So hello and welcome. I can see quite a few of you jumping on at the moment. So that is awesome. So I'm glad that some of you have got the notification. I know that this earlier time slot probably doesn't suit people because they may be getting home from work, but they are good company. And he does give me lots of love. I can tell you, I would be lost without him. And we talk to each other morning and night. Like, he wakes me up every morning. He goes to sleep chatting with me overnight. So, you know, it's the best partner to have, I think. All right, so let's actually get into a few things. So I just wanted to update you on a few things that I've got going on at the moment. So, of course, I have my Sweet Card Extravaganza. Now, this is a stamp camp. This stamp camp can be attended in person. I'm going to hold it in person on the 23rd of September, I think it is. And you can attend in person. Is it the 23rd? Let me see. Did I write it down here on my thing? Ooh, no. I'm sure it's the 23rd of September that I will be doing the stamp camp. So it's whatever that Saturday is. Or it could, yeah, anyway. And for the $90, what you get is the designer series paper, the roll of ribbon. So there's 2 ribbons in this suite. So you get and we're featuring the All About Autumn suite. So you'll get the All About Autumn 6x6 designer series paper. You'll get a full pack of that. You'll get a roll of the 2 ribbons, which is the natural ribbon and the copper ribbon. I'm actually probably going to craft with that later on this week. I'm going to show you because I want you to see how gorgeous this suite is, because it is stunning. So you get the ribbon, you get the paper, you get the embellishments that go with it. You also get, and so they're the speckled dots, I think they're called. You also get a pack of A4 mixture paper, and we've decided to go for the neutrals. So you'll get a mixed pack of colored cardstock. You'll also get a pack of envelopes. You will get 4 projects from myself with videos and PDF. You will also get 4 projects from Kayla with videos and PDF. So you can attend in person or you can attend online. So $90 really gives you $90 worth of product, and then you get access to the videos and the PDF tutorials. So they will all be in our Australian measurements. We do have an option for international viewers as well, that you can just get the online content, so the videos and the PDF. So that's a super, super fun thing, and we will be bringing you one of these every month. So look out for those gorgeous suites, because we will be celebrating the suites every single month with a brand new suite. I have a girls' night in happening at the end of the month. This is actually a class that you can attend in person or online. And I have a list of kits that you can choose from. You more or less purchase the kit, and then we get together via a Zoom call or actually in person at my place, and we put our kits together. So it's just more or less a crafty catch up. And honestly, it is physically just to have a little bit of fun. So if you've got someone that you're trying to get interested in crafting, like maybe some of your friends that haven't tried crafting before, then by all means, this type of class might be the way to go. August monthly Stamps Club is the beautiful balloon stamp set. So it's $50 per month, and you get the stamp set, you get a card kit to make 6 cards, and you get a video tutorial. You also get access to all of the other Stamps Club videos that I have done via a Facebook group. So you'll get access to all of the other videos. They're all in the Facebook group. So it's like a library of all of the Stamps Club videos that I've ever done. So if you're interested in that, it's a great way to help you with your creativity. It's a great way. All you need to do is use your own adhesives and inks. If you choose the basic, which is the $50 per month, you will get the stamp set, the card kit, and the video tutorial. If you choose to upgrade, I always have a different upgrade price, and that includes the dies with the bundle as well. If you choose the basic, though, I will do all the die cutting for you. So you get the kits with everything all cut and ready to go. So all you've got to do really is stamp and assemble. So it's a really, really fun club to be a part of. Of course, we have kits. We have 30% off our kits this month. So it's a great time to purchase kits, maybe for presents for people. If you're thinking about that you've got friends and you don't actually know what a good gift for them would be, maybe a kit would be really, really awesome, and it could introduce them into crafting. So you never know until you try. And I always say to people, when you get the stamp and the ink and you get it in your hand and you start creating, you are amazed what you can create. Our kits are awesome because everything is included in the kit. So you don't need anything. I think the most you will ever need is a pair of scissors. So this is for any type of crafter. So it's great for quick crafting. Most of the kits are designed to be about half an hour of crafting. So it's not a long time to actually put the whole kit together. We've got some gorgeous Christmas tag kits. We've got birthday card kits. We've got thank you kits. We've got kits for absolutely everything. We've got male themed kits. We've got kits for kids, robot themes. So there's so many kits to choose from. They're all online, so you can actually check it out in my online store. Saturday will be our first crop till you drop scrapbooking day. So I'm really, really excited for this. This is an in-person event that I'm doing here in the Scenic Rim. So if you're actually watching from the Scenic Rim and you want to get together with crafty people, this is the first event on Saturday. We kick off at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's $20 for the day, which will be super, super fun. You'll be able to come, you craft on your own projects, but you're able to use some of my dies, some of my stamps, my inks. So it's a great opportunity. If there's a certain type of die cut that you want to cut, you can bring your own cardstock and cut quite a few of the die cuts if that's what you want to do, or you can purchase 12 by 12 cardstock and designer series paper off me. So it's going to be just a fun, great, crafty get together. So that's happening on Saturday. August coffee and card class is actually happening on Saturday as well. And game night, nope, that's it. Okay, so just remember the cards that I created yesterday, you can actually earn those cards for free in a kit this week with a $100 order or more. So if you're interested in getting your hands on the kit, and it's got brand new paper, brand new designer series paper, brand new product that you'll be able to get your hands on. I will do the die cutting for you because there was a bit of die cutting. So I will do the die cutting in the free kit for you. But you must use the August host code. It's down in the show more box down below on YouTube, and it's also in the description of this video. So you must use that host code to be eligible, and it must be an order over $100 or more to be able to get the kit for free. That offer ends on midnight Friday, the 18th of August, 2023. So if you're watching this video later on and it's after that date, you have missed out on earning your free kit. Now, it's really, really important. People say to me after they see the kits getting posted out, oh, can I get that kit? The only way that you earn the kits is to actually place the $100 order, and that's actually how you get it. So we've got this gorgeous Joy of Noel stamp set, which has some beautiful dies in it. So I've gone ahead and I had a very productive day yesterday. I put all of my new stamp sets, I put all of the dies on my magnetic sheets in my stamp case and got everything sorted, got everything labeled. So it's really, really nice to actually go ahead and be able to craft and have it all ready for me. I am going to use the Distressed 3D, the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder. I'm also going to use a die out of the Christmas classics that we used the other day. And I'm going to use some of these gorgeous, they're Faceted Gems Trio Pack, and they go with the Magical, what's it called? Magical Meadow Suite. That's what they go with, but they're going to go with a card that I'm going to do today. Actually, both cards that I'm going to do today. All right. So the first thing I want to do is, as I said, I'm going to step out of the comfort zone of what you would normally do. And I'm actually going to use some Pool Party and White. Sometimes I absolutely love doing projects like this, that you really step out of your comfort zone and do some different colors. So when it comes to Christmas crafting, we don't physically have to do the classical green and red crafting. We can actually step out of our comfort zone and do something a little bit different. So this set has got this beautiful Noel stamp. So I'm actually going to stamp the Noel. Oh, I've got it out there. And then I'm actually going to die cut it out, and we're going to pop it onto this card. So I've gone ahead and I've cut a few things. So this is out of the Christmas Classics dies. Okay, so that's that die. This die here is actually out of the Joy of Noel die. So I've just gone ahead and cut a couple of die cut pieces first. I'm going to grab my Pierce mat, and I'm actually going to grab my stamp and my Pool Party ink. And we're going to ink up that word Noel. Now, we could keep it in the combination that it's in, but I'm actually going to use the die, and I think, I mean, it's the first time I've used it, so I'm hoping it's going to work. I think we will be able to, and I didn't smoosh that. So because I didn't smoosh it, okay, let's smoosh it on there. I didn't smoosh it. It's a brand new photopolymer stamp set. And when you don't smoosh, it doesn't, sometimes there'll be bits on that stamp that will repel the ink. And when it repels the ink, you don't get a really good stamped image. Now, that's a much better stamped image compared to the first one. So just with photopolymers, sometimes when they produce them, they have a little bit of a coating that's left on them that can tend to repel the ink a little bit. All right, so I'm actually going to take the die, and I'm hoping that this is how this works, and I'm going to put the die on there, and I'm going to cut out that Noel word. So let's bring in the cut and emboss, and we will die cut that out. You love Pool Party in White, Margaret? So do I. It's one of my favorites. I used to love Pool Party in White, and I also used to love Blushing Bride and White. Only they took my Blushing Bride away. I loved my Blushing Bride. It was one of my favorite colors. A lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on there and grab my cutting pad, and we will cut out that word Noel. And hopefully that didn't move, and we will cut that out. Okay. And it's perfect. Well done. Okay, so they did come apart. I wasn't sure whether they would stay in that square shape, but they have come apart, so that is awesome. How cute is that? We have our Noel right there like that. Cute as a button. All right. So now what I thought I would do, I want to use this. I want to pop the Noel on it. I've done some of that gorgeous silver with that pine needle. I've done that to actually back in behind that set. But the background looks a little bit plain. Like, to me, it's quite plain. It's white. It's quite plain. I really need to add something else to that background. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them away. There is a stamp in here that is some gorgeous foliage. So I could use that, or I could use this one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to do it just in Pool Party so that we can, and I think I'm going to have to cut this white bit down because I don't think I have it cut the right size, but we will see. Because I didn't know whether I was going to use a white card base or whether I was going to use a Pool Party card base. But I think I'm going to use the white now, and I'm going to use a Pool Party. I'm going to use a white base. All right, so I've got Smoky Slate here. No. I said I was going to use Pool Party. Let's get this. I want to stick to the same color scheme, so hang on, and I just clean that off. Sorry, I said I was going to use Pool Party, and then I opened up the Smoky Slate ink, and I have no idea why I did that, but I just did. Okay, so let's get our Pool Party ink out, because I want a little bit of interest on the back of that white layer. Okay, so I'm just going to ink up that, and I'm going to pop that one there. Okay, I'm going to ink up that, and I'm then going to pop this one coming down through here. Now, it's totally okay that they're going to cross over, because our sentiment layer is actually going to sit across that. Okay, so it's not going to be in the way, because as you can see, we're going to pop that across. So that's given a little bit of contrast there. But there's another stamp here that is a sort of like a herring. I don't know. It's a bit of a pattern. So I think what I want to do is I just want to stamp that, but I want to stamp it off. So I don't want it to be full strength. I just want a little hint of color. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that off so you can see there. Oh, actually, it's not too bad, full strength. You know what? Full strength is pretty good. I'm going to use full strength. And I'm just going to stamp that here. And I'm going to stamp another one down through here. Okay. And then, of course, see, this is going to sit over. So you can see we've now taken that stark white look off the background. We've actually created a little bit of background. But again, I want to still add a little bit more texture. I'm actually now going to emboss that background with this embossing folder. And it just takes it to a whole new level when you emboss. Hang on, I need to cut it down. I actually physically need to cut that down before I go any further. Okay. As you can tell, I ended up having to come up with this last minute because my order didn't arrive. So, so bear with me if I'm making decisions and having to change up things a little bit. All right, so we have that. I've then got a pool party base. So that pool party base is going to go on there like that. Okay, and then I'm going to use a white base, I've decided. All right, so I want to still add some texture to that background. So I'm actually going to use that embossing folder and add texture after I've stamped. Now, this is something that is getting very, very popular with crafting, to add a little bit of texture to what you're doing. Okay, I need to get those off there. I need to find my grey pad, which is there. Okay, so when we're embossing with the 3D folders, we need to use our base plate, which is our number 1 plate. We need to use our embossing folder, which I'm going to pop that into the embossing folder there like that. And then our number 4 plate over the top. And you always put your fold going through your embossing folder, through your embossing machine. And we run that through. And then we are going to have this gorgeous embossed look. Okay, so it just gives a little bit more texture to the front of that card. All right. So, all right, so I'm now going to add that to my card like that. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue. Once you've embossed, you'll find that the fibers of the cardstock are softened quite a bit. So it can tend to tear very easily if you're going to use your Seal Plus or even your seal. It can tend to pull up the fibers of your cardstock. So you need to have a good strong hold glue because it has been embossed. But I find that the liquid glue is probably the better way to go because it will actually, it's easier to use rather than pulling up that cardstock. Have you ever had your Seal Plus that it pulls up the cardstock as you're rolling it along? All right, so we have that. We then have our gorgeous bit that's going to go through there. Okay, so I'm actually going to pop that up onto dimensionals now, and then I'm actually going to add the Noel after we've popped it up. I closed my drawer the other day and my dimensionals got caught in the drawer and they flicked up everywhere. And the way I found out that I had done it is I trod on some dimensionals and they all stuck to my sock. And I was like, what is that stuck to my sock? And it was all these dimensionals that I had. When I closed the drawer, they got stuck on the top of the drawer and, yeah, all got squished in the drawer and oozed out everywhere and fell on the ground and I trod in them. Okay, so I'm just going to do that like that straight across there. So you can see it's coming together quite nice. And these colors are absolutely gorgeous together. And I find setting it off with the silver just makes it even prettier. So just a little bit of silver just adds that little bit of style in underneath. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do is just a little tiny bit of silver just to take off that white and pool party look, just to break it up a little bit. So I'm just going to grab some Seal Plus and pop on the back of those die cuts, and we can pop those in underneath. I'm just going to grab a little bit of Seal Plus just on that base, pop it in where I need it to be, which I think just there looks good, and glue it down. And where did my other one go? I had 2 of them. Oh, Everyone's probably screaming out, it's on the card. You put it on the card. Do you know, it's so funny when you're doing these videos, it's so amazing where you can actually be looking at something and thinking, where is it? And you could be staring straight at it. And you physically cannot find it. Does anyone else do that? Sorry, I just had a bit of my coffee. All right, so we've got our Noel words. So I'm actually going to use the mini dimensionals to be able to pop these up. Now, if you find that mini dimensionals are too fiddly for you, you could have actually used some of our foam sheets and cut them out with our foam sheets. So that means that involves putting the foam sheet on first and on your cardstock and then cutting them out all in one go. So foam sheets are fantastic for that. I'm actually just honestly going to use some mini dimensionals, and I don't think we really need to put loads of dimensionals on here because the letters are quite small and they will sit up quite strong even just with a couple of dimensionals popped on them. So I'm not going to overload them with dimensionals. And we'll put a couple on the L, and that will be totally okay. All right, so we have that there. Now, I always suggest to people to do a trial run with your letters to see where they're going to sit, because there's nothing worse than getting 3 of them stuck on and then you realize that you've run out of room somewhere. Okay. All right. So we have our Noel sitting there. So let's pop that on. So we have N. Kay says she doesn't need a video to do that. It is pretty, isn't it, Merlene? Do you know, like doing these 12 days of Christmas crafting, it's really, it's made me get my pre-order out and use it. So I actually want to thank you all for following and for joining in and making these crafty sessions so awesome and making me want to do this. Okay. I so don't use mini dimensionals because of this. Trying to get those little tiny pesky backings off the mini dimensionals. I think I'm still on the same sheet of mini dimensionals that I had from the very first time I bought a pack. That one needs to be a little bit further that way. There. Okay, so we have Noel looking beautiful. All right. Now, you know me, it's got to have a bow. So I decided that the gorgeous silver trim, so my gold and silver trim, as I said, when I actually, you passed over this bundle, but now you'll have to buy it. I'm sorry, Kay. What can I say? I'm an enabler. Okay, so I physically cannot do much without a bow. I mean, you did see me do something the other day without a bow, yesterday without a bow. And yeah, it nearly kills me not to put a bow on something. And now I've nearly, there. Okay. So I'm definitely putting a bow on my cards today. And no one's going to tell me I can't. Hey, Julie, how you going? How's your holiday going over there in Perth? You and Lynn are over in Perth together. You should meet up. I don't know whether you're anywhere near each other, but Lynn's over there as well. Okay. All right. And I'm actually going to pop that in there like that because I think that will look really, really pretty. All right. So I'm actually going to use a glue dot because that is an embossed layer. I'm a little bit scared about using my Seal Plus that I normally glue things into. So I'm going to use a glue dot to put my bow into. I'm just going to pop that down there like that. I'm then going to pop my bow into it. Doesn't that bow just set it off? So you can't tell me that didn't need a bow. It definitely needed a bow. All right. So I was choosing, will I put it on a white card base or a pool party card base, but I'm definitely going to put it on a white card base now because I've done the pool party layer in underneath. I could have quite possibly done it with the pool party on pool party, but I just think you love the bow, Cindy. Well, I'm glad because sometimes everyone gives me a hard time about how much I want to put bows on projects, but I am the bow girl. I absolutely love bows, and I think that a bow finishes off my crafting. I've always said it, and I'll say it for years to come, that I feel like the bow is just the finishing touch on a project. Who would agree with that? That a bow is always the finishing, that and embellishments. I mean, God, bling. We need to have bling. We all need to have bling. If we don't have bling in our life, it'd be an awfully boring life. But I feel like the bow is the finishing touch. It's the, what's that saying? Piece de la ris. I don't know. Words are not becoming me this afternoon. Okay, so we have that. Now, isn't that just a stunning soft card? Gorgeous. All right, so we can use these down here because these are like pool party. Well, I think they're pool party. So we can pop a little bit of bling around. I'll pop one there. These are pretty big bling. Maybe one there. And maybe one just down here. Okay, now inside, I'm actually just going to, I would normally put a white insert in there, but I physically don't have a white insert at the moment. So I'm just going to stamp it inside. And I think I'm just going to take this stamp that we did on the front. I'm going to bring that to the inside. So that will bring a bit of the front of the card to the inside of the card. And I'm just going to stamp right there like that. And there you have your first gorgeous card using this beautiful suite. So what are your thoughts on that? If you love what I've done, please give me the thumbs up. YouTube and Facebook will love it when you give us the thumbs up and you share some emojis. And of course, I think what would really finish it off is a spritzing of Wink of Stella, because we can. And look at that. It's now got that glimmer and shine. So definitely don't stick to those traditional colors when it comes to Christmas crafting, because you can really change it up by changing up your colors. But wait until you see what I have next. Sorry, the salted caramel latte is happening. All right, so the next one, I've really thought outside the box. And this will take me a little bit of time to put together because I have actually cut lots and lots and lots of die cut pieces. Okay, so I've cut heaps of these silver pieces. Okay, and I've also cut out of that gorgeous foil that we have the is it melon? I can't even remember what color the foil is, but it's the pink. Is it berry burst or is it melon mambo? What would you call it? It's got granny apple green and the pink. All right, so I've gone ahead and cut a lot of these little pieces out. And my thought process was to do a gorgeous layer here with that beautiful pink foil. Now, if you are definitely conserving cardstock and especially the foil, okay, definitely cut your foil pieces out of the inside. Now, I could actually even, and I could actually do that. I could even just run through. Do I have a die out here that I can run through? I think I have. Nope. I thought I might have had my deckled rectangles still out here. Do I or don't I? I do. I have a deckled rectangle here. Okay. So I was so going to show you the deckled circles today had my order arrived. Okay, so can I get it out of that? Yes, I can. Okay, so I'm going to cut that so that I can conserve that bit of foil. So you don't all get upset with me and think, oh, how are you wasting all that foil? So I'm actually just going to cut the middle out of that so that I can conserve some of that gorgeous foil. Okay. There we have it. All right, so I've got some more foil that I can use for something else. I've got that there. So I've definitely conserved foil. Now I'm going to, with this piece here, I definitely want to emboss that one as well. So I'm just going to use the same 3D embossing folder as what I used before. So I'll just pop that aside. We'll bring back in the cut and emboss machine with our embossing folder. I feel like this your order arrived today, Deborah. Lucky you. Honestly, my order has been in Queensland. It's been right near me since Friday last week. And it frustrates me when Australia Post do this because it's physically sitting at the sorting centre where it gets put onto the van to come to me. That's how close it is to me. It is Melon Mambo the pink. I thought it was. Okay, so there we go. We've got an embossed layer now. And then, of course, we're going to back that with our gorgeous foil, okay? So even though I've cut that bit out of the middle, I can still pop that and I can still get that border with the foil. But I'm actually conserving that foil and being able to. Now, I would normally have cut all my pieces out of the inside of that foil piece. That's how I would have conserved it. But when I was putting it together and working out what I was doing, I was just cutting the pieces out. But then I decided that I would layer it and back it onto a piece of foil like that. Okay, so I'm just going to, with that, leave that right there, and I'm going to pop a big block on it to make my glue down onto there. And hopefully that didn't move. I don't think it did. Okay, so while we've got that happening, I'm then going to punch a circle out in basic white because I want to get myself a little bit of a guide to where I'm going to pop these die cut pieces. So I think I'm going to do I think I'm going to do a 2-inch circle. No, I'm going to do, can she make up her mind? A 2 1/4 inch circle. Let's do a 2 1/4 inch circle. Okay, so I'm just going to punch out a white circle. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take these pieces and I'm going to arrange these on this white circle. So this is going to be my base to creating a gorgeous wreath. The circle might be a little bit too little. Okay, so I've just cut out loads of these silver pieces, and I think I have enough to go all the way around that and that. So they need to spread out a little bit more. Okay, so can you see there? I'm going to get a gorgeous wreath. Okay, so I'm just physically going to use this circle as my platform, as the base of what I'm going to put everything on. And then I'm going to use, sometimes a silicone mat is good for this. So I could get out one of my silicone mats here. and pop a silicone mat in underneath. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to pop my circle on there once again. Pop that on there. We will add some Seal Plus there. Now I'm just going to lay these down where I think I want them to be. Okay. At what sort of angle I think I want them to be. I don't want to glue it down positively that that's definitely where it's going to be. I'm just going to sit them there so that I can arrange them where I think I want them to be. That. And once I get things sorted, I'll then press them down where I think I want them. When I seen this, I was like, I am so going to create a wreath with those pine needle prongs. Okay, so I want that one. Okay, this one here. So see how I'm now going to remove them and move them again because I want this one here to move a little bit further. Now this is a little bit of mucking around, but I can honestly tell you it's going to be so worth it when you create this gorgeous look. Okay, so that, and of course my take your pick tool just fell on the ground. There like that, and then that one. Okay, so that's actually got my silver foil pieces on. Okay, so just there like that. Okay, so we've got that gorgeous wreath happening. And then I've got some other pieces here that I thought I can add in. So I've got some white pieces. I could add one here. Oop, pop that down, add that one in there. And I've got one more. I could probably add in under there, which that looks quite pretty. Those. Then the best part is these gorgeous little pink bits. So I'm now going to, I want to press that down because I'm happy with where those are. I'm going to add these with my glue. Just in there and even maybe popping up through there. That one in under there. And I think this one can come out over here. Yep. That one in there. Okay. So we have that happening there like that. Now, these cute little pieces, I'm actually just going to, I think I'm going to grab my tweezers. It might be easier because we can pick these little prongy pieces up. We can add a little bit of glue on it and we can sit them in where we want them to go. Okay, so we can put a little bit of glue on the end here. If I can get my glue to come out. You know what? Let's do this. There we have it. Okay. I'm going to cover this with another circle. Okay. This. Oh, let me find some decent glue. Let's try this one. That's better. Okay. So we're just going to pop these around randomly. There. Bit of glue there. So the silicone mat is really good for being able to soak up all the glue that you're playing around with, but also to hold it that you can press things down where you want to, and you don't have to worry about it sticking to the table or the bench. Okay. You may think this is a bit of fiddling, but it's going to be so worth it when we're finished. There. Need a bit more pink happening over in here. Okay, there. All right, now we've got these gorgeous little holly leaves. So I'm actually going to physically pop a holly leaf with our pink bit. Pop another one here. Another one here. A few more. One coming out through there. And another one here. And maybe one down through there. Maybe about there. All right, look at that. Now, isn't that just the cutest wreath that you can imagine? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a smaller circle. So let's do maybe, what did I do that one at? 2 1/4. So let's do 2 inches and see what that size circle looks like. Oh, yes. Yes. See, so that's going to cover up all that working. All right. So I definitely want to do that. Okay, so let's pop a bit of Seal Plus all on this one. And we will pop that down onto that whole wreath. And that's going to help hold all that together as well. Like so. Okay. Now my plan is I've got some extras there, but that's totally okay. I now want to stamp that Noel that we had. I want to stamp it in Berry Burst because I think that will look really, really pretty. So let's clean that off. All right. Now, I don't know whether you're all just enthralled in watching me, but the comments have stopped. Does that mean that you are just all watching, or does it mean there's something happened to my comments? All right. Let me grab out my piece mat again. You're probably all thinking, has she got too much time on her hands doing all that? All right. So I'm just going to stamp the words Noel again in Berry Burst this time. Just enthralled in watching me, Kate. Deborah says just watching. Doris enthralled. Linda's just watching. Okay, well, that's okay. I was just wondering whether I lost you all there for a minute or something. All right, so let's bring in the cut and emboss again, and we will cut out those Noel pieces. So So we have that. We have cutting pads. That. Now, I need to find my other cutting pad. Oh, there it is there. Okay, so let's get Noel on here. Actually, let's turn that around and go that way. Okay, so let's get Noel lined up. Pop our cutting pad on. And hopefully they're going to line up okay. I think they are. Okay. I really like that die. I like those letters. I think they come out gorgeous. They've got just the right amount of white around the outside of them. Whoop. Okay. All right, let's start putting this one together. So I then want to, with this, I want to just, I want to try and fit Noel on here. O. N-O-E and L. I think I can actually. Can I? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go like this. That and that. What else do we have here? Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to add another bit. Now, are you ready for this? Look at this on here. Now, doesn't that just come to life when you pop it onto there? You're mesmerized, Cindy, that I'm creating a Simply Beautiful card. Well, you know, Christmas crafting, I can tell you, is my favorite time of crafting. So I absolutely love Christmas crafting. I think I'm going to put it on a strip, to tell you the truth. I feel like I need to land it on something. Like I feel like it needs to be grounded on something. So I'm just wondering whether if I put a white strip through there and I put the Noel on it. What do you think? So that we can actually get the Noel to sit straight across. I mean, I'm winging it because, as I said, my order didn't arrive, so I couldn't do what I was going to do. What do you think about that? Sitting the Noel on a strip. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you going? Sit it on a strip and we could use a bit of silver thread going through there. What about foiled paper? I could put it on some silver foil. Let me see. Do I have enough silver foil left? Maybe. I know what I could do. Let's do a 1-inch strip. 1 inch by 4. Okay, I've got 1 inch by 4 by 3 3/4. Or I could do the pink. That just covers it up too much. Does the Noel... Margaret, brilliant idea. Does the Noel fit like the die? Well, yes. Oh, dear. Sometimes my thought process... It will. Look at that. It will. Brilliant thoughts there, Margaret. Okay, so now that I've gathered my thoughts and I now have a plan, we will do that. That sounds good. You gather Theo hasn't moved since this morning. Well, Elizabeth, what can I say? He's a cat. Okay, so I'm just going to go, I'm going to have them coming off a little bit because my circle is not quite big enough to have them all on the circle. So let me go here. Yes, yay for Margaret for the idea. Thank you very much. You saved the day. I mean, why didn't I give that a thought? But anyway. Obviously, you can think better than me when you're on the other side of the camera. I'm really liking this card. As I said, I've thought outside the box today. Noel. There we go. And I can move them around because I've got liquid glue, so I can move them to where I need them. Ah, beautiful. What do you think? And then my thought process was there's another Stampin here that says making spirits bright. So I thought, I've got that already mounted on something here. I thought maybe I could fussy cut that. So I could maybe do it on that white strip and then fussy cut it. So let's grab our, did I put Berry Burst ink back? Yes. Let's ink this up and pop it onto our strip. Smoosh because I haven't used this stamp before, so I'm smooshing it, and then I'm going to stamp it on my white strip. Okay, now when you've got a sentiment like this, I really love, because to put it on there like that, it's big and bulky, okay? We don't want it to be big and bulky. We want to thin it right down. Well, you can't thin it right down because of the way the script is, so that's when fussy cutting comes into play. And I know how much you all love to fussy cut, so I'm actually going to fussy cut this sentiment strip. And you'll see that it just creates a really awesome way to showcase a sentiment because it thins it right down and stops it from being that big, bulky sentiment. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just going in and fussy cutting and trying to take out as much of that white cardstock as I can to really thin down this sentiment. Okay, so we now have that. All right, now I'm going to, now that we've got this all done, I'm going to pop that up on the front because I want it to sit up on the card. So I'm just going to carefully turn over my wreath and pop some dimensionals on the back. You love it, Cindy? I'm so glad. Whereabouts are you from, Cindy? Okay, all right. So I'm just going to pop that on there like that. Okay, I'm going to pop my sentiment strip. I think I'm going to put some little mini dimensionals on it. You know how I just said I don't love using mini dimensionals. We're going to use some more. We're going to pop some on this. That. Now I'm going to cut some strips of mini dimensionals here because I need some little narrow bits for those ends. So let's do one for there. This is where you see me struggle with these, but we'll do one for that end there. Yep. There. And we'll do another strip for the other end. Put that on there. Okay. And that's going to pop that sentiment strip up for us. See me struggle with these backings? Okay. That's sorted. We are going to pop that. No, I want to pop it up in there because I want to do a silver bow. Oh, I used silver on my pool party card and I was going to use pool party ribbon. See what happens? I lose concentration. You're watching from Arizona in the US. Well, welcome. Is it late for you over there at the moment? Early hours in the morning? Yes, exactly, Doris. Doris was saying that she loves how Stampin' Up! Are actually now doing dies that look like fussy cut sentiments for us now, which is really, really cute. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on. Okay, where do you want me to put the bow? Do we want to put the bow up here or do we want to put the bow down the bottom? So top or bottom? So in the middle up the top or down the bottom here? Type it into the comments. In the middle up the top or down the bottom? Midnight right now. I was assuming it must have been, yeah, late at night or early hours in the morning. So it's morning now anyway. Down the bottom, says Doris. Okay, bottom says Margaret. Bottom says Elizabeth. Top says the other Margaret. Leslie says bottom. Linda says bottom. I think bottom's going to win. Okay. Bottom it's going to be. All right. So I'm just going to add a bit of Seal Plus there and pop my bow in just there. Okay. So in those gorgeous embellishments that I just had somewhere here here we go. I have some gorgeous silver ones. So I'm going to use the silver ones on the front here. So I'm going to pop, I think, and that one just came off its little sticker. Okay. So I think I want to pop one just there. And I think I want to pop one up in here and maybe one just down here. Okay. Then, of course, we're going to pop it onto a white card base. You just turned on your phone, Anika. You have missed 2 stunning cards, I'm telling you. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I sound like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but they are gorgeous. All right, so let's pop that up onto dimensionals as well. So welcome. I did see you, Anika, on someone else's video. Now, whose video did I see you on? I know. Sharon Armstrong's video. I seen you on that video. I was watching it back today, or I think I might have been watching it live. There. So we're just going to pop that up onto some dimensionals. And take those backings off. Well, I need to tell you, Theo has not moved. He's still on the chair. He's just rolled over and made himself very, very comfortable. He doesn't look like he's moving at all. This one looks beautiful, Anika. Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to pop that one on there like that. All right. Now, I think for The inside of this card, I think I wonder, can I just do a gorgeous little sprig of these with a couple of little no, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, there is a stamp in here and I have got it mounted here. Let me see. I've got it mounted on a block here somewhere. There it is. Okay, let's do this. Instead of using that, I'm just going to go like that and like that. What do you think? All right, so there we have, and of course we need to have a spritzing of Wink of Stella because we can. Let's get some down in there. There we go. All right, so there you have card number 2. Now, do you think I'm warming up with my Christmas crafting? Because, I don't know, the cards yesterday were really pretty, and these are the cards today. What do you think? Absolutely. This is a gorgeous set. And I think there's so many friends here, Anika. And I think, yeah, you won't be disappointed with this bundle. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So right now you can actually purchase these. If you're not a demonstrator, we're able to purchase all these products right now. You can actually pop them in a starter kit. Now, I always say to people, the starter kit is the best way to purchase your products because you get a 20% discount. You get more than 20% discount in your starter kit. So you get to choose $235 worth of product and you only pay $169. You can put these in a starter kit right now, right today, and start being a part of my Wild Heart Crafters community and enjoying a 20% discount. These blow the others away. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm warmed up. I mean, maybe this is what happens when I have things planned and things don't go to plan. So I end up creating. It just sort of came. I was like, you know what? I want to use these 2 color schemes. And that's actually what I did. I wanted to use the Pool Party and I wanted to use the gorgeous Melon Mumbo foil. And simply stunning. Sometimes you can honestly, the dies are what really, really make a card. Like they take your crafting to a whole new level. If you don't have a cut and emboss machine, then that's something that is a real thing to work towards, is having a cut and emboss machine, because the die cuts just take it to a whole new level. I mean, stamping is gorgeous, but being able to add die cuts and add layers and add texture to cards by using those die cuts really, really helps. So thank you once again. My name is Donna Gray and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland. And this was part 6 of my 12 days of crafting. Now, over on YouTube, I have over 750 videos that I have on my YouTube channel. So if you have not caught me on YouTube, it is always the best stream, the best video quality if you catch me over on YouTube. So please feel free to jump on over to my YouTube channel. All you need to do is do a search for Stamping with DonnaG and you will actually find my YouTube channel, and I have heaps and heaps of cards over there. You will find that is he fed? No, Theo is not fed. He's waiting to be fed. He's just hanging out with me and crafting with me and saying, please, please, can you feed me soon? But yeah, so thank you. I agree. These cards this afternoon are probably the nicest out of the whole lot that I've done. So thank you very much for hanging out with me and crafting with me. And I will see you at 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, because it's a Wednesday. So yes, because I've got a 3 o'clock chiropractor appointment. So hopefully I won't have a headache after the chiropractor. And I will be crafting with you again here at 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And hopefully my box of goodies will come, because I'm starting to run out of all my new goodies to show you. But if my box of goodies don't turn up, I will be crafting with the autumn leaves, the All About Autumn suite. So I'll be able to give that a bit of a trial run so you can see what our stamp camp will be all about. So thank you, everyone. And until next time, have a great afternoon and a great night. And I will see you all again.